Hello, hi everyone. It's Vlada here, co-founder and CEO of ClassTag, and I am gonna adjust this camera. Hold on 1 second, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Today was an amazing day. I got a chance to talk to a lot of fantastic educators at TCA. Look at this, check this out. We were at in Austin, Texas, and really had fantastic time meeting educators and teachers, school leaders, technology specialists, and talking about how they really can unlock their parent engagement and make parents part of their school community. And let me just adjust this. I don't like how this is positioned. 1 second. Oops. All right. I think this is looking much better. Excellent. So while Facebook is getting the audience going, I want to let you know what we're going to talk about today. And really, the topic is really important when you get your new tool, and hopefully many of you are trying out ClassTag and exploring how it really can help you with parent communication and help you make parents part of your experience and share the learning moments and get you the support you need from parents in your classroom. We want to bring forward the recipe for success. And we've talked to a number of teachers that have had an amazing success with ClassTag, engaging parents in their classroom, and we've asked them what are the key ingredients of that success. So we have put together those ingredients, and there are only 3. If you're just tuning in, please let me know where you're joining me from and what grades you teach. I would love to hear from you. And so what we've got going are the 3 essential elements of success with getting started with ClassTag. Number 1, how you can reach 100% of parents. Number 2, consistent updates, creating a system that works for you. If you're busy, if you forgot, you have a system in place that keeps going. And number 3, meaningful communications. Excellent. All right, so I am starting with number 1. I'm starting with number 1, which is really about reaching 100% of parents. And we hear it all the time that despite trying different communication tools, despite trying to do text, email, paper, get on different platforms, reaching 100% of parents is still a big challenge. And this is really where ClassTag comes in. Because it combines communication and scheduling into a single tool, it means that it makes it so much easier to get parents on board. And what's really important is once parents are invited to join ClassTag, if you're using email invitations, they start receiving all your communications right away. And it makes a world of a difference, because if you just got on a system and you start sharing different updates from the classroom, if you start sharing what you're doing with even different events, sign-ups, etc., you get parents on board much quicker, because they know there's a lot of action happening. They want to see the pictures, they want to be part of that experience, and over time, if not immediately, they join your classroom. But what's key is that no parent is left behind. Everyone who has an email address is automatically getting that communication in their inbox. What's also cool about ClassTag is that you can download an app, you can visit a website, and of course all the parents will be receiving those email communications. The invitations themselves, that's really important part. So many times teachers are concerned about really really time-intensive parent invitations, and what I can tell you is ClassTag is super simple to do, and you have a couple of ways to do it. the fastest and the best way is to download from your student information system a simple CSV file or a table where you have student name and parent emails, and you put them all together. Boom, parents get invitations right away, and they start receiving all the communications, everything you share from the classroom, even before they join your class on ClassTag. That's really important. Moving on to other ones. So we said there are 3 ingredients. So first one was reaching 100% of parents. The second ingredient is consistent updates. And what really makes this update consistent? Well, a couple of things. So first of all, you have automated reminders, and those are really powerful because you as teachers are so busy, you have no time to get in there and send reminders to every parent to take certain actions. ClassTag takes all of that headache away from you and does the follow-ups. To give you an example, if you have parent-teacher conference coming up and you have a family that hasn't yet signed up for a parent-teacher conference, only the parents which haven't signed up will get a reminder. Even more so because all the information ClassTag is organized by family. If nobody in the family signed up, then those parents will get a reminder to book their slot to meet with the teacher. So we have all the system of automated reminders happening in the background, and you can go on and focus on teaching and other many things that you need to be doing while you have those things happening for you, increasing your parent participation in various activities you're planning. What is also neat is that parents can actually go on ClassTag and say, I want to get a daily reminder, but I don't want to see, maybe a reminder 2 days before I have a commitment. Or we have very granular settings, and each parent can modify it to their own taste. As you know, no two parents are the same in terms of how they like to be communicated and how they like to be receiving information, so we really put that responsibility on them to make those choices. Excellent. If you're just joining me, we're talking about the recipe for success, how you can really unlock parent engagement and keep parents in the loop with ClassTag. And we are talking about number 1, which was reaching 100% of parents, and number 2, consistent updates. So what really makes these updates consistent? Another thing that we haven't talked about is weekly newsletter. This is really absolutely teachers' favorite feature. So what it does, it pulls automatically everything that you have happening in your classroom for next week. You can add a custom message if you like, or you can let it be, and it will automatically be sent to parents with a beautifully designed weekly newsletter where you have a little calendar at the top by day, and then a description of all the activities and individual parent status for those. This is really absolutely amazing because so many teachers are spending hours and hours on the weekends and late evenings doing these newsletters, and you can just have this automated system of updates that's working for you. And what's more, you can actually know exactly the parents that are reading them. If you go to ClassTag Stats tab, it has all of this information in there. Actually, I think I will try to get you a little bit in the system and show you in the, what that actually looks like. As I have different folks joining, I would love to engage. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Excellent. So we are moving to number 3. Number 3 is about meaningful communications. And what's really great is that there are really a variety of things that you could be sharing with parents. And now with ClassTag that you have one-to-all communication, and we are actually adding one-to-one communication as well, you have so many opportunities to share photos from the classroom, just taking pictures of what the kids are learning, giving suggestions to parents about what are some really great ways to ask them questions or topics you discuss, so they know how to really start those meaningful conversations at home. And then you can engage them one-on-one and celebrate the victories, celebrate light bulb moments that their students had in the classroom, and really share the joy of learning and discovery with the parents and make them really part of the process. We have previously shared a lot of ideas. I wouldn't spend a ton of time on it today, but I would definitely want to link it up in this live video, so you can guys go in and see all the different messages. And that's really a question that we get a lot from teachers who really want to make parents part of their educational journey and really want to make parents as partners. But they say, well, we don't know what is interesting for parents to read. And after being asked that question quite a bit, we put together a list of ideas that's super handy, practical, and you can always go back to it and keep those top of mind. That's pretty much it in terms of what I really wanted to talk about. Let me try to get this going. Let me see if we can make it work. All right. Can you see it? All right. Oh. Okay, maybe it doesn't work as well. I wanted to show you some amazing things that oops. So this is the blog where we were talking about the recipe for success. I'm gonna link it up in the actual article and with the stories. And I really wanted to show you what it looks like in terms of invitation. So I'm gonna get this quick video running, and let's do this. Okay, excellent. All right, so now you're looking at the video, and I wanted to just show you an overview of ClassTag. If you're just getting started, this can be really, really helpful. So here, I'm just sending an announcement, and it always is great once you invite your parents, or even before that, to send a welcome message. So when they join ClassTag, they are not entering an empty class. Here's the organizing events. You're looking at organizing parent-teacher conferences, which is really neat. It automatically remembers the duration of the first slot. You can get in there and just announce it, and that's pretty much everything you have to do. All the reminders are happening automatically, and that goes back to what we just talked about, which is really creating a system of consistent updates. All right, so now I have these things happening. I have my class directory going. Okay, and so you guys know all the information is completely private. Once parents join ClassTag, that's where we ask them if they want to share it with others or not. What you have just seen is inviting parents with this CSV file. Just copy and paste from CSV, and invites the parents are automatically created. Super easy, super fun. We have the photo gallery. All right, this is a marketplace pilot. If you're interested, you can reach out and ask me about it. I'm not going to talk about it. This is a secret pilot happening. All right, then we have stats here. What's cool about stats is what I mentioned before and really wanted to show you guys is the summaries read. So not only you're sending newsletters, you can actually see exactly who is reading newsletters as well as any other communications who is participating. And this is the process of creating that amazing weekly newsletter that starting this week you can actually schedule for the day and time you want it to go out. You can add a custom message, that's what I have just done here. Of course, you have your own logo at the top, whatever you want to see, and you have your message, then you have a little calendar, and then you have all your different activities show up underneath. So this is a huge time saver, and frankly that was actually a feature that a teacher developed and suggested for us. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you today. If you just go to ClassTag.com, you can explore it. If you haven't get started with adding students or inviting parents, really a great way to do that. Actually, I'm going to show you. Great way to do that is going to be to go in here and check out a demo class. Each of you, once you sign up for ClassTag, you have a demo class happening automatically, so you can visit it, and it has some pre-populated activities. So again, if you just go to ClassTag.com, look at the demo class, and I think it will give you a lot of great ideas about how to get started. And that's pretty much it. I love talking to you about how to get started with ClassTag, the recipe for success for your parent engagement. We talked about 3 key ingredients, reaching 100% of parents, consistent updates, and meaningful communication. And I'm going to link up all of those 3 resources for you, so you have them handy. And I'm looking forward to hearing your questions live, or if you're looking in a playback, and here for you. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.